It's obviously, it's obviously, it's obviously hypothetical. I don't know, but the thing is, as long as Chelsea try to do more by themselves for the game, like building, blah blah blah, so we pressed them exceptional in the first half. I would have loved to see how they adapt, how we have to adapt. So, but come on, it's not really not, we're not in dreamland. We have to. That's how it is. I really feel for Reece. He didn't want to do that. It wasn't intentional, but it was handball. Bam. But I don't know how it would have been. The result would have been with 11-11. But now it's a 1-1, and that's really okay. So it's really early in the season. I know people tend to make immediately a big fuss of everything, so Chelsea, Liverpool, who is where, stuff like this. We drew against, obviously, the best team of last year in Europe. That's okay. That's a good start. 3 games played, 7 points. Let's go.
Do you learn anything from that? Like how good your team are against one of the best teams in Europe at the moment? Does it help you gauge where you're at?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I mean, I'm not surprised or whatever. Oh my God, it's just as we had the preseason, a proper preseason. We're in a good shape. We just have to carry on. That's how it is. There's no easy game. Come on, they're going all the way. They come back. I don't know, Wednesday, Thursday, roundabout, and on Sunday we play Leeds United. So that's now one of the most intense games in the world of football, because they run like madness, and you have to make, for a little advantage, you have to make really, you have to put a proper shift in. At the moment, if you would play now next weekend with training week for us, I would say, oh yeah, let's go. But they're all the way, and we have to see how they come back, and that's always tricky. So let's pray that they come back healthy, and then we will go.
Can I just lastly ask you to pick out an individual? Harvey Elliott, you trusted him to start, you trusted him to finish the game as well. How well did he do in a real top-level match?
No, really good, really good. The triangle on the right side worked now in the last 2 games pretty well. That's important for us. The understanding between Mo, Trent, and Harvey is obviously really good. Without a lot of talk, just 3 footballers on its side, works really well. And that's helpful. The left side we've been changed now a little bit more, but was today really good as well. But last game's good. But Harvey just looked completely fine. I couldn't see any that he's exhausted or whatever. And he always had the ball and was trying to get through this wall. And Hendo now had really not a preseason, played last week already, was absolutely too early, but he did his job great. Today I wanted his energy is a week further, that helped really. And you could see Hendo played a super game. And so, but then obviously, step by step, same for Robbo. So just come on, try fresh legs, bring it there, and let's go.
Firmino okay?
Not really. I think Bobby has probably a muscle problem. I hope it's not too big.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Well, of course, Liverpool are going to want to keep an eye on that injury to Roberto Firmino, who we saw come off early on in the game. But Jurgen Klopp earlier than that was making the point that you were making, Jamie, that it's difficult to play against 10 men and that perhaps sometimes it's underestimated. Given that, and given what Klopp said.
A bit farther from the body, but also, you know, we cannot run with the arms, with the glue on our body. So, of course, as a defender, is very difficult and tricky. Yeah.
But you went on to take a point from this game. Jimmy was saying that's a proper mentality of a team. When you go down to 10 men and you're at one of the early season title favourites along with yourself, and you think, this is what we have to do now. We have to be sensible. We have to be mature about it.
Well, I think the first half was good, even though we were not at our best. We could beat 2-0. We had the best chance. And after, you know, when you get into half-time, after a good first half, lots of emotions, everybody, we felt, like shouting and disappointed because we thought that we were better and we deserved more than that. But then we turned our mentality. We said, you know, with what we have, we cannot change it. Let's adapt, let's fight as a team, let's face this new challenge as we have. And this is what we did. And I think in the second half, we had our moments.
I think you had the ball in your hands for quite a long time when you were taking throw-ins, that's for sure.
I don't think so.
Gary, you've been there a long time.
I mean, Kelly's mentioned the mentality, but what you were doing in terms of, you were fighting on the corners, trying to win free kicks, you were obviously taking time on your throw-ins, trying to slow the game down. Is that something the manager talked to you about at half-time to take a game, or is that just your experience and how you saw the game?
You have to have it in mind that you play in a tough place like Anfield, full crowd, a lot of pressure. They put a lot of bodies up front, so we had to play as we could. So sometimes we had the ball, but the team was tired at the end. We had to get moments to breathe, to find the right time to play. So I think the team played together very well.
Does that give you as good a feeling today, getting a point at Anfield, as it did last week, going to Arsenal and winning, just in terms of the nature of how you respond in the second half?
I have to say not 100%, because we always play to win, and after the first half, I believe that we could do it, and we had the confidence before the game, and we showed it in the first half. But then when the circumstances arrive, like it did, then you have to adapt. We got a point, much better than losing, but of course, we would like to get the 3 points tonight.
And from your perspective as well, Cesar, you're playing right-sided centre half, then you have to go to right wing back, and then you have to you lose N'Golo Kante. How difficult was that for the team and the manager at half-time?
Yeah, very difficult. From when you have the first half, we control. We had our players. We had Jorginho and N'Golo, both. They had a few knocks. We had to fight. Then N'Golo has to come out. Kai has to come out. A player that scored the goal and is in a very good form. So, we spoke, and everybody had the ambition to fight and to get something from the game. It's a tough place, and it's what we did. And it was what we did. And also for moments we kept the ball, which is not easy against a team that they press so high and with high intensity.
Cesar, you've played in teams that have won titles. I know it's early on in the season, but how close do you think this squad is looking at this moment in time? Do you feel confident?
Step by step, of course we feel confidence. We have a group that fights really hard every day in training, in every game. But I've been here. I prefer to go step by step, to be also honest with ourselves. Even in the first half with the circumstances, we play good. Sometimes we escape the pressure. Sometimes we were not as accurate as we are used to it. So we have at least a point, but I feel that this team can still improve. We have very young players and some new additions with experience. So let's go step by step. We have the next challenge is Aston Villa.
So thank you so much for joining us. Double duty tonight.